Hello, my dear students. I hope that the previous poem, Voice of the Rain, is clear to you. And now we are going to do our next poem, that is Childhood, and it is written by Marcus Netton. So, as you can see the heading, Childhood, it's all about childhood. Childhood is the happiest time of everyone's life. But when the childhood goes and the adolescent age comes, it's a very confusing time for the kids because they are not child anymore, but they don't want to be or to be called like adults. So let's see what Marcus Netton wants to ask about his childhood. First of all, analysis of the poem. In this poem, the poet Marcus Netton wonders when and where he lost his childhood. In this quest, desire to find the moment he grew up, Marcus highlights the innocence and faith he lost, even as he gained rational individuality. So, yes, he has got his logical individuality as he has stopped being a child, but being a child is like being innocent and being having faith. Adolescence is usually a confusing time for a child who is unable to immediately come to terms with the physical, hormonal, and psychological changes in his or her personality. He no longer feels like a child but is not quite ready to call himself an adult either. You don't like to be called like you are adults when you come to your age 10 or 11. He believes that he has lost the innocence and purity of his childhood to some unknown and unforgettable place. Through his poem Childhood, the readers are confronted with a question as to when and where have we lost our childhood? Do we remember that? The answers lead to self discovery. The poet feels disappointed because he thinks being a child was better than being an adult. A child's life is peaceful and really sweet, while an adult's character is very complicated. So, now the explanation of the poem. First stanza is: when did my childhood go? Was it the day I ceased to be 11? Ceased, stopped. Was it the time I realized that hell and heaven could not be found in geography? Being a child, he believed that there is some hell or heaven. But now, when he is not a child anymore, he has got some logic in his mind. He knows that hell and heaven are nowhere and therefore could not be. So, they are not in the globe, so they are not in the geography, so they do not exist. Was that the day? Means he is trying to remember when he realized that hell and heaven are nowhere. Was this the day that he started his logical thinking? And when he started his logical thinking, he lost his childhood. The explanation of first stanza. The poet is curious, excited to know when he lost his childhood. He tries to find out the answer of his own question. He feels it was perhaps that day when he discovered the theories of heaven and hell, and that geography did not provide him any information about the existence of such place. So now he has got the proof that hell and heaven are no places. And when you come and believe only the proofs, then you stop being a child. Education has made the poet look at the world different with more of reason and logic. Now he has got reason and logic. The poet feels that he had probably lost his childhood when he had acquired a rational thinking towards his surroundings, a logical thinking towards his surrounding. Okay, it is happening, why it is happening, and now he is going to accept the answers if he is logically satisfied. A child can believe whatever you say, right? Suppose a child of just 4 to 5 years asks you about the stars in the sky. You can ask him anything and he'll believe you. But when you come to your rational thinking, when you come to this age 11 or 12 years, you do not get satisfied with any of the answers given by anyone. You need some logic behind that. Second stanza. When did my childhood go? Was it the time I realized that adults were not all they seemed to be, all they appeared to be? They talked of love and preached of love, but did not act so lovingly. Poet says that the adults who say that we should behave lovingly, but they themselves do not behave that way. And now Marcus Nathan at this time was able to understand the difference, okay, in saying words and actions of the adults. So he's thinking, was that the day when I had this logic that adults were not what they seemed to be? Being a child, he could not differentiate that, but now he could differentiate that adults were someone else when they speak something, and they are someone else with their actions. In this stanza, second stanza, the poet notices out that the adults around him did not practice what they usually preached. They taught others to be loving and caring when they themselves were violent and mean. He has seen some adults who say that we should behave lovingly, but they themselves are very violent and rude. This is when the child lost his trust and faith in the adults. The poet realizes that probably the loss of faith and trust might have been the major steps towards losing his childhood. When he saw that adults were different in words and actions, at this time he developed his rational thinking, and this was the reason now he was mature and he had stopped being a child, or his childhood was stolen. Third stanza. When did my childhood go? Was it when I found my mind was really mine? Means I can use my mind. I should not go and ask anything for to my mom or to my dad or to anyone else. I can use my own mind. Was that the day? To use whichever way I choose. Producing thoughts that were not those of other people. Means I can think on my own what to do and what not to do. Was that the time that I stopped being a child? The thoughts which were my own and my alone, was that the day? If you see, the children have so much faith in others that they believe whatever is told to them. If the teacher says A is for apple, and he comes at home and his mother says A is for arrow, the child would say, no, my teacher has told me A is for apple, so A is for apple only. Or when they learn tables, 2 1 is 2, 2 2s are 4, they do not know there is only a gap of 2 in counting when they are cramming the table. But they understand it when they come to that age and they are not children. They are now adults, they are now adolescents. So he is thinking that maybe this was the time when I realized all these things, that I can use my mind in my own way. So the explanation of the third stanza, as he grew up, the poet realized that his mind was unique, could form its own opinions. His mind could also give him his own opinions and could take its own decisions. He gained a sense of individuality which set him free from the prejudiced opinions of others around him. He can now take his own decisions. His own experiences shaped his thoughts now, and he realized that this might have been the time he lost his childhood innocence completely. Then he started learning from his experiences, and now he did not that much need his parents or anyone else's advice. At that time, his childhood innocence completely vanished. Last stanza. Where did my childhood go? In the earlier 3 stanzas, when is the first word. When did my childhood go? When did my childhood go means it's about time. But the 4th stanza begins with where. So it's about place. Where did my childhood go? It went to some forgotten place that's hidden in an infant's face. That's all I know. He says that whenever I see an infant's face, I think that my childhood is there on this infant's face. In the final stanza, the poet changes his question from wondering at what point in time he had lost his childhood. The poet now wonders where it went. Now he asks for place. The last 3 lines may be interpreted in 2 ways. The poet claims that his childhood is nothing more than a long lost memory. It has gone to some forgotten place, means he can never find it. He recalls his infancy and believes that his true childhood resides there, lives there, in that infant's face. And that innocence cannot resurface in this lifetime. He cannot have it again in his lifetime. The poet believes that his childhood has become nothing more than a memory for him, but has become the reality of some other infant. Now there are so many babies or children who are enjoying that phase of their life. Innocence is a cyclical process where lost from one person, it travels to another, finding residence there. Thus, till date, adults can easily recall and seem to almost relive their own childhood through an infant in their lives. So, whenever they see infants, they remember their childhood. So, finally, maybe this is the place where he has lost or forgotten his childhood. In the next video, we will be discussing the poetic devices and the question answers of this poem, Childhood. And now, some tips for your spoken English. Other ways to say because. We use this word a lot. So, we can say it in other ways as well. Like due to. I couldn't call you due to my busy schedule. As a result of. I am not feeling well as a result of the weather. By reason of, by virtue of, as, for, or considering. Okay, these are the other ways you can use for because. Ways to say happy. We always say, I'm happy. Are you happy? We can say it in many of the ways like cheerful, joyful, I'm delighted to hear that, carefree, gleeful, I'm gleeful that you have come here, merry, elated. I feel elated to tell you that I have cleared this and this. So, in this way, you can use this word happy in other ways. Other ways to say smart, clever, brainy. Oh, he's very brainy. Witty, intelligent, brilliant, wise, and bright. Last word for the different ways to say is good luck. We can use best of luck. We can say fingers crossed or break a leg, blow them away, all the best, wish you luck, or may luck be in your favor. So you can use somebody a good luck saying this way as well. Okay, note these down and please use them while speaking. Have a good day.